Alright, back in this bitch. You already know who it is. Asharenu from asharenu.com. Back for part 2. So we're gonna let everybody come in once again. Apologies for part 1. I know it was super choppy. So y'all let me know if this quality is better before we go in. Alright. Let's play some tunes. What's up? Respect. What's good? What's up? Peace, reflection. What's the deal? What's up? Y'all let me know. Is the quality better? What's up, London? 444 in London. Big shout out to motherfucking London and the whole UK. London be holding it down. Trust me. You know what I mean? But y'all let me know. Is the quality good? Is it better than the first time? Y'all let me know before we even go in. Good evening. What's up, Charlotte? Good evening. Peace. What's up, Moon Spirit? The quality is better? This may be a better camera overall. I don't fucking know. Tomorrow at noon, what's up? Y'all already know what's up. Yeah. So for all my Atlanta heads, we meeting up tomorrow. I'm gonna be where I said I was gonna be tomorrow. The quality is good. I appreciate that, homie. Thanks for letting me know. So y'all already know. Definitely, if you send me your email, then I sent you the location, I sent you the time, so y'all already know. You know what I mean? Again, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there before 12. Like I said, I've never been there before. So I gotta figure shit out, like where people can sit and all that. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just definitely wanted to reach out and extend my hand for anybody who wanted to meet up. You know what I mean? Take a couple pictures, say what up, give me some dap. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. So everybody should know where I'm gonna be at what time. If you sent me the email, you should know what's up already. You know what I mean? You should have the location and the time. And I'm going to give you even further details. Because I'm going to get there before 12. I'm going to scope the area out and I'm going to see, okay, this would be a good place. So I'm going to be there before noon and I'm going to scope the area out. So I'm going to see where it be a good location for everybody to meet up and just chill. So I'll definitely be letting y'all know. If I get y'all email, then y'all be receiving one more email before 12. So y'all know what's up. Yeah, y'all already know. Shit, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Like I said, this is definitely my first meetup. Now, of course, I met people before, you know what I mean, but not like a collective thing. Colorado got that smoke for the gods. You already know, man. I ain't smoked the whole trip. I haven't smoked the whole trip. You know what I mean? I really just got my hands on some cash flow. Definitely special shouts out to Sierra. You know what I mean? Helping me out with the PayPal. I'm just now touching a little actual cash flow. I've been doing everything through the PayPal. You know what I mean? So I'm just really getting my hands on some cash flow. I ain't been high the whole time. Let me put on some music. Let me stop talking. Let's get to the video. We just chilling. We just making sure the quality is good. Everybody say the quality is good. There's no lagging. You know what I mean? Everybody can hear me clearly. So the golden goat. I ain't never even heard about that shit. The fucking golden goat. Wow, I wasn't even expecting that. But I definitely let me know what's up. Y'all let me know what's up. I know it's connections out there. I know everybody got their own connections. Peace. What's up, Savage God? I'm looking for this music player, so give me 1 second. I'm trying to find where it is. So we can, okay, here we go. I probably only got like 2 or 3 songs. What's up, Food for Thought? What's the deal? So, all right, we're going to start off part 2. All right. Uh-oh. Let me turn this. I'm not going to have this up loud at all. We definitely shout out to Fredo Santana. Yeah, we back in this bitch. So y'all let me know if the music is too loud or whatever. You know what I mean? All right, so we back in here for part 2. How to be a Renaissance man. How to be a Renaissance woman. How to be a polymath. If you definitely didn't see part 1 is just an introduction, just gave you a little foundation. But, I mean, I may want to start over because I don't know how good the quality was. If you saw the first video, was the quality at least good enough to build a foundation? Because if it was a little bit too choppy and y'all couldn't really get it, then I can just start this whole shit over. So what y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to start all the way over? Y'all just want me to pull these tarot cards? Y'all let me know how y'all want to play it. How y'all want to play this? Y'all let me know. We can do it however y'all want to do it. You know what I mean? We sipping on a Coke. What y'all want to do? Just keep going? Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, so let's pull some tarot cards to give us further insight to how to be a Renaissance man. The quality was good. So hopefully it's good enough to build a foundation. So at least if people can hear my voice, that's good enough. So let's pull some tarot cards. Let's see what's up. So the first card is... We good? Alright, okay, cool. The Six of Cups. So y'all know we were just talking about the water element, right? Let me actually give y'all a closer view so y'all can see this fully. Right? Okay. So we were just talking about the water element. We know the water element can hold and retain information, right? So we water can cultivate information that has been penetrated into it, intentions. Once the intentions have been penetrated into the water can start to give it shape and form. Although water is flexible and shapeless and formless, just like wisdom is, wisdom can take whatever form it needs to take at that particular time, which we see with this pleasure card, right? So we know when we're dealing with that 6, when it comes to the tree of life, that's the sun. That's dealing with beauty, right? To beautify your mind, to truly have a beautiful mind, not an attractive mind. I guess it would actually be attractive too. It would be very attractive actually. But to beautify your mind can bring you untold amounts of pleasure. Just imagine being a polymath in 2019, 2020, where you a motherfucker that don't have to use the internet if you don't want to, because you got this shit up here. You don't need GPS. You know what I mean? You have cultivated your mind to a level where not that you know everything, but you know a lot about a lot of stuff. You know a lot of shit about science, mathematics, technology, art, politics, so on and so forth, where you have took the time to stretch your imagination and you don't depend on anything. Again, you're not going to another person. You read as many books as you needed to read. You had as much experience as you need to have. To be a polymath in 2018 is unheard of. We will be the first. Trust me, ain't nobody talking about how to be a polymath in 2018. Ain't nobody else talking about this shit. So you will be the first, and trust me, it's all about creating those waves, right? It's about creating waves. Like, yo, people can do this. When people see what's possible, that shit start popping up all over the world. So this is why we put out this information, because all you need is a couple motherfuckers, or really just one. All you need is one polymath. 2 or 3 will pop up. 4 or 5 will pop up. Hundreds will start popping up because people see what's possible. When you show people what's possible, then it's a wrap. So once again, if you can make knowledge and holding on to information and holding on to wisdom, retaining your mind and your memory, if you can make this process a pleasurable experience, not something that, like you going to school and you doing homework and it's like, man, this shit is stupid. You know what I mean? I'm just doing this shit just to get a grade, or just to get this documentation so I can get this job or whatever. We know how the system go. But if you can find a method of learning that's pleasurable for you, which if I want to speak for myself, I speak for myself. I didn't care about any of this shit either. I didn't care about science. I'm talking about when I was in school. I didn't care about science. I didn't care about mathematics. I didn't care about the arts. I didn't care about technology. I didn't care about, because the way it was being taught wasn't in tune with my spirit. So even though I know that these things will be useful in the future, because of the way it was taught, it wasn't resonate with it and I was turned off from it. However, once I discovered spirituality and I started to study things from a esoteric view or from a metaphysical point of view, then I gained a newfound love of information through spirituality. So now I'm studying every fucking thing because I have found a method of, okay, I know how to decrypt the bullshit now. I know when something ain't right. I know, like, okay, that ain't right. Let me filter out the bullshit and let me just take what's necessary. I've developed the spirit of how to do that. You know what I mean? Right. I started to change my perspective on information because, again, this the way it's taught traditionally is whack. Let's not bullshit ourselves. The way this shit is being taught in schools is whack. You know what I mean? It's not by accident. It's not by accident either. It's supposed to be whack because it's completely left-brained. It doesn't apply your right brain. So it's like you have to cut half of your brain off to even, resonate with what's being thrown at you. It's completely logical. The right hemisphere of your brain is just completely shut down. So that's what makes it boring. So when you learn how to, let me add my creativity, or in other words, let me find a pleasurable way to retain this mathematical and all this scientific information. Meaning, how can I use both hemispheres of my brain to retain this information and make this pleasurable, make it a fun activity, make it something that I actually enjoy doing, instead of something that I'm just trying to beat my head over because I'm trying to get to a certain position. And I'm like, this is essentially what I want to do anyway. That's the difference. When you find that method, I said my method may be different than your method. Again, mine came from esoteric knowledge, Gnosticism, metaphysics, quantum physics, so on and so forth. Whatever your particular path is, you must find a path that's pleasurable. All right? Right, because once you find a method to activate your imagination and your creativity with that logic, that scientific information and that mathematical information, once you can apply creativity and your imagination with it, you can create images in your mind and you can use your creativity to give you a vaster understanding. Then you already know it's hard to learn from your oppressors. Of course, you're not even supposed to learn from your oppressors. That's ass backwards. You're not even supposed to learn. That's why I encourage everybody to be self-taught. I don't care what you learned in school. If you're not self-taught, you're not going to have the full story. You must take it upon yourself. You must take it upon yourself. And to make this shit make sense, you have to make it make sense. You have to be self-taught. If you're not self-taught, this shit is not going to make sense. You will get the job. You can pay your bills. You can live life. But it's not going to be able to mix. You're not going to find the correspondences unless you teach yourself a particular method. Let's continue forward. Let's see what else we got. The Hermit. Now we see this card comes up a lot. And the Hermit is all about isolation. This is what we're saying, right? You must isolate yourself from the mainstream. You must isolate yourself from society in terms of the way they think and how they go about doing things. And basically, the Hermit took it upon himself to go out into the woods or the forest or go into the cave. He got his little pet, a 3-headed dog with him, and he's looking into the world or society with his third eye, because he's not actually there physically. He has created his own universe. And he looks into the world through the scope, through a lens, or you see he's looking through the lens, right? But he himself is isolated. He has detracted himself from mainstream and he has become self-taught. So this is a perfect card. This is what it means to be self-taught. Because the Hermit isn't dumb. The Hermit is very wise. But the Hermit's wisdom came from isolation. Remember, this is the card of Virgo. If you see the Virgo symbol, I don't know if y'all see that. It's the Virgo symbol. It's about purification, right? The Hermit had to purify himself from the mainstream. He had to take himself out of the box and learn shit his damn self using his own methodology, right? That's the only way to do it, because you're not going to be able to sit in a classroom full of 30, 40, 50, 60 people just who's completely left-brained and who's pretty much zombies. That's pretty much, to me, that's what a zombie is. A zombie isn't somebody who's dumb. Zombies can be very intelligent. There's no creativity and there is no imagination. You need imagination, which can expand your mind. You need creativity so that you can use your body as a vessel to manifest in terms of doing whatever you need to do. You need to use your body and you need to use your creativity to manifest, right? So this is the energy of the hermit. The energy of the hermit pretty much just lets you know you need to isolate yourself from the bullshit and become self-taught, self-motivated. The hermit can activate his intuition. The hermit has an active third eye. The hermit has an active throat chakra, which is your Mercury. The hermit has an activated crown chakra because he took himself out of the picture. Because when you're in the midst, if it's 50 low vibrational people, and by low vibrational, I don't mean people you're better than them. They live in a box. And you're trying to live in a sphere. If they're living in a square and you're trying to live in a sphere, you have to isolate yourself from the squares so that you can live within a cipher, your own cipher within your own universe. You must create your own universe by isolating yourself from the squares, right? Now, what is that? Squares are basically right angles. You know what I mean? Masonry. But we can get into that in a whole nother video. Let's continue going. The universe. This is the energy of Saturn. Show y'all this whole card. Which is basically what we were just saying. This is the last card in the major arcana. This is the last card. You see, this is 21. XX1. So you have 21, or you actually have 22. You have 22 major arcanas. Then you have 56 minor arcanas. So these cards, the cards with the numbers is a minor arcana. So you see this has a 6. You got 1 through 10, the minor arcana. But then you got the major arcana, which is things like the hermit, the hieroglyphs. So these the Roman numerals. You see these Roman numerals. So this is a major arcana. So these are the deeper mysteries. These are the lesser mysteries. So going deeper into the deeper mysteries. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, definitely. That number 8. Exactly. So you see, you have this feminine spirit dancing with this snake. Right? So you see solar energy from this eye. You see this eye? Solar energy. But what most people don't see, they don't see the green beam. So you have to have a pure heart to even see the secrets within the card. I'm not even going to reveal the secrets. But for those who got the eye, that you can see more. Like there's 2 different energies being fused, but you may not see it. Nonetheless, what the card represents is you understand that the light and the dark both play a part. The dark is basically the hermit. You can say the dark is the hermit. The hermit has gone into the dark to gain those major secrets. How many tarot decks do I have? I have 3. I had that Egyptian deck that I'll be showing y'all. I had that the animal deck that I'll be showing y'all, and I have the Thoth deck. So I have 3 decks. Because for now, those are my 3 decks I have right now because I wanted to learn it from different angles. So if I want to tap into the animal spirits, I use the animal deck. If I want to tap into the energy of Sirius, then I tap into this deck. The Rose Cross, the Rosicrucian, the Esoteric. Now, if I want to tap into the symbolism, like the Egyptian deck, it's more about symbolism. If I want to tap into the symbols or the subconscious mind, I use the Egyptian deck. So it just really depends on the occasion. So Saturn. Remember, you can say Saturn is the dark side. We know Saturn or Baphomet or Satan is the so-called dark side. And when you look at the Baphomet, it's pointing like this, right? As above, so below. You got one finger pointing up. I guess this is easier. I don't know. One finger pointing up, one finger pointing down. When you look at the Baphomet, right? As above, so below. You also see the Baphomet has breasts, has a goat head with breasts, has a torch coming out of his head, right? His legs is folded up, and you see the Kundalini. I should just show y'all a fucking image, right? Let me just show y'all an image. Let me not even talk about it. I'll show y'all an image. Give me 1 second. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about so y'all can see what I'm saying, so y'all don't have to look it up yourself. So let me just hold this up. I'm gonna use a camera to hold up the phone, and I'm gonna show y'all the image. Give me 1 second. Let me not cover up the lens though. I don't want it to fall. So give me one. All right, there we go. Let me show y'all the image of the Baphomet. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all see that? There y'all go. So y'all see what I'm saying, right? You got that goat head. As above, so below. You see the legs is folded. You got the snakes twirling where the sexual genitals are. You got those two snakes rising up that pole. You got the dark side of the moon, and you got the light side of the moon, or the crescent, the waxing crescent and the waning crescent. The finger pointing up, the two fingers point down, and he also has wings. He also has a star on the forehead and horns coming up. So as we see, this is a fusion of feminine and masculine energy, or the light and the dark side, right? So get a clear image of this. There's so much symbolism in this. Just meditate on this for a few seconds. All right? This is super symbolic. Okay, enough of that. So y'all see, when we look at this now, let me move this out the way. Okay, when we look at this, we pretty much see the same thing. It's just being shown differently. All right? You need the light and the dark. You need that dark side of the moon, and you need that light side of the moon in order to be holistic. You need that quantum reality, and you need that spiritual reality. You know what I mean? You need to master the dark side, or the quantum world, or the unseen world, the metaphysical world, and you need to master the spiritual world. You can't stay down there in the dark, and you can't get too blinded or illuminated by the light. The light can illuminate you and blind you as well. Just don't get stuck on the light side, because the light side can blind you. Don't get stuck on the dark side, because you won't be able to see clearly either. You need that light and that dark to start to fuse together so that you can get a clear view. All right? I think somebody asked a question. Let me see. Make sure I didn't miss any question. Give me 1 second. I think it was a Slipknot album you bought as a kid. Yeah, definitely. That's why rock and roll is considered demonic, because they reveal the symbolism. See, that's why you had shit like, what is it called? You have shit like death metal. You have shit like death metal, and I believe it's something called black metal as well. It may be black metal, and you have death metal, which is completely esoteric, which is completely ridiculous. Like, people don't know. People just think like, oh, there's a bunch of white dudes crying about some girl that broke their heart. No, you listen to some fucking death metal, you can't even understand what they're saying, because it's some shit. But it's esoteric. You look at those album covers, and you look at the symbolism and what they really saying. It may take you some time to get accustomed to. They be creating these voices. This is just some out of the box shit. But that's why nobody really talks about it. You know what I mean? But let me play some fucking death metal, right? Let me not talk about it, right? Let me play some death metal, so y'all can get it. If y'all can feel what I'm saying, we don't gotta talk about it. Let me play some death metal, so y'all can get an idea. So give me 1 second. Let me bring up some death metal. See what we got. But it's completely symbolic. It goes straight into the subconscious mind, working with that energy of Saturn. But while I'm bringing this up, we can pull another card. Let me type this in, death metal. Again, people probably ain't never even heard this shit. All right. Metallica, Battery is, yeah. Shout out to my people who know exactly what's going on. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this is a good example. Gonna play some shit. That's why they want you to think this shit is satanic and like demon worship, right? It just sounds like some scary shit, right? They ain't crying about no broken heart. And fuck a broken heart. They trying to channel some fucking spirits, right? This shit get your shit amplified, right? Activate the chakras, right? Hell yeah, exactly. This shit just make you like, oh shit, you don't give a fuck about no broken heart. Let this shit play, right? Yeah, shout out to fucking Metallica. Shout out to Metallica. Alright. This is the next card, so while I'm gonna give it about 20 seconds. So y'all can just get an idea. But this is the next card, so you can meditate on this card. This is the 10 of Cups. This is the next card. As you see, the Tree of Life is in the background. I'll talk about this in just a second. Just giving y'all some insight. Yeah, this shit is turned up, right? This is some hardcore shit, right? Some hardcore shit. Alright, let's turn this off. Yeah, so you see, big ass difference, right? This ain't no heartbreak. That ain't no heartbreak music. That's the music that activate them chakras. So of course they're gonna label this shit demonic, satanic. You know what I mean? They're gonna have all type of imagery, but it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be that way because it's only for people who understand what's really going on a subconscious level. That's why when you see like rockers or hard metal, you know, they wear the all black. Sometimes it's all black. Wear the tight pants, you know what I mean? Like the whole style is based on like channeling melanin. You know what I mean? They look like motherfucking demons walking around with the black nails and all that shit. The whole style is geared towards working with the darker energies of nature, the earth element. That's what Satan is all about. That's what Baphomet is all about. The earth energy is very, very demonic or satanic, not because it's bad, but because of the nature of the earth. Just like we say, we are in the hell realm. We're living on earth. Earth ain't necessarily the best or the nicest place to be all the time. The earth is very beautiful, right? Earth is very beautiful, but we know that the consciousness of the earth is constantly evolving. So we have to deal with very wicked people. So in order to counteract this wicked nature, this is why you practice black magic or earth magic for those who are tapped in. But let's continue on. Let me play some more music. Let's play some Nox Arcana. If y'all don't know who those are, definitely get in tune. Nox Arcana. Okay. Exactly. Force you to face your shadows. So, next card, Sadisty. This is basically letting you know, because you see, this is the 10 of Cups. So this is the energy before it goes back to the Ace of Cups. So when you reach the 10, you know it's about to go back to the 1. Let me turn this down. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me turn this down. You already know, see the vibe switched up real quick. Oh, hold on, no, this ain't it. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Vibe switched up real quick, but I'm just, you know what I mean? Fuck all that trying to look up shit. I'm gonna show y'all this shit as I'm talking so y'all can understand what's going on. Don't think I'm making this shit up. Some people need evidence, right? You need fucking evidence. I'm gonna give you some fucking evidence. That's why I'm showing you these cards. That's why I'm showing you these images. So you know this shit is real. For those who thought it wasn't real. So before you go back to the ace, you gotta go through the 10. So you see the cups are being drained because the 9 of cups represents happiness and joy. When the cups are completely filled, now the cups are emptying the water. The water is becoming empty. Whereas it's kind of like being full, but you're still trying to eat. The cups are already full, but you're still trying to, or your stomach is already full, but you're still trying to stuff yourself with more and more food. Satisty. So this is representing, because it's just all about how to become a Renaissance man or a Renaissance woman. When you are filling your mind up with all this information, when you're filling it up, expanding your memory, expansion, there comes a time when you must rest. You must give yourself time to digest all of the information that's being, that you're bringing into yourself. You must slow down every now and then so that the information can digest, so that you can actually implement it in your life. Because if you're just intaking information, but not applying the information, because when you apply the information, you give the information time to digest. Like, okay, let me apply what I've been learning. Let me test it out. Let me go out into the field and do some experiments. Why? So while you out there doing experiments, you're giving your mind a break so that it switches into activation mode instead of being receptive. So first it was being receptive, now you're activating it, right? You're pushing the energy out. So you're intaking the information, you're allowing it to marinate within your being, now you're pushing the information out. So it's a cycle of giving and receiving. You're giving the information out. The information that you received, now you're giving it out in the form of wisdom, whether it's through words, whether it's through your ways, your movements, or it's through your actions. So Saturday just gives you insight behind. Give yourself time to give the information, or to push that energy out and to experiment with it, as opposed to this knowledge, with no experimentation. You know what I mean? Because that can stagnate you, right? So let's keep it going. What's the next card? We're not going to take up too much time. Boom. We see that this is failure. The 7 of disc. Right? You see this is a dark, gloomy card, right? Let me show y'all this symbolism as well. Let me turn this. Show y'all this symbolism. So you see this, as y'all see, because I was talking about it's completely symbolic, right? Look at the imagery. Look at the imagery. Especially that. Do y'all see the imagery? It's a lot of information in that imagery. So if y'all want to know what this is. So you see this eagle or this hawk is holding 2 snakes with his wings spread, with his tongue out, with a sun above his head, with a hieroglyph in the middle. Of course, y'all can decode that on your own time. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what most people are scared of. When they see shit like that. Hold on. Sorry about that. It was an Amber Alert. Okay, we good. We back in here. It was an Amber Alert. That shit completely shut everything down. You see that shit? Alright? But hopefully, whatever is going on with that Amber Alert, hopefully things get figured out. You know what I mean? That alert just went off. Got you. Yeah, exactly. You see? Like, that shit has never happened. Everybody who been watching my videos, well, that shit has never happened. When shit be getting hot, you know, it's all type of interruptions. It's all type of interruptions that be going on. That's what I'm talking about. And this is obviously, you see, this is Saturn. This is Saturn. Like, if y'all didn't know, look at this. Y'all see the side? You see that? You see that symbol? Y'all see that H? That's the same H you saw on this card. Hold on. All right? That's a symbol of Saturn. See, this is Saturn. That's Saturn. You see that H? That's Saturn. You see, when that with that Baphomet, you see, we talking all about Saturn. When shit started getting real, right? Shit started getting real. That's how you know when that black magic start to elevate. You know, we playing that death metal. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So just in case y'all think that shit is fake, y'all see what the fuck just happened. The motherfucker just tried to shut all this shit down, right? Like, no, like y'all need to stop talking. You know what I mean? So just in case you thought it wasn't real, just in case, you seeing for yourself. See, when I start showing this imagery, see, I normally don't be showing the imagery. When I start showing this imagery, shit get real. So let's just take a break. Let's take a drink. Let's make a toast to the goddess Nut, N-U-T, the star goddess. We'll make a toast to the gods. You know what I mean? So the protection is still around, and we're going to keep it going. All right. You got the Amber Alert as well? Yeah, you see, they try to shut everything down. But again, hopefully everything goes well. You know, I know it's a very serious matter, so I don't want to undermine it. So hopefully everything turns out well. But we have a job to do here as well. You know what I mean? So shout out. So hopefully that child gets returned home safely. You know what I mean? So don't want to undermine that. But we got to keep this shit going. So as you see, let me show y'all something else. You know what I mean? See this shit? Just showing y'all some imagery. You know what I mean? That shit that just be having people's minds all fucked up, right? People be running from this shit. All this is symbolic. You see the dead souls? You see the dead black souls is being basically manipulated by the magician. Seems very familiar, right? The slaves being manipulated by the magician, or the illusionist or the stage magician. And he has a sacred geometrical figure. What's the sacred geometrical figure that manipulates people now? Of course, the dollar bill has sacred geometry all over it, right? It couldn't just be a paper bill. It had to have sacred geometry all over it for it to be effective. That's what makes it a magical spell, right? Right? Just to give y'all some insight, right? And you see, you got every sign of the zodiac on the side. Right? You got all 12 zodiac signs right there. Just in case, for those who didn't catch that, you got the dragons in the middle. Hold on. There we go. All right. See the skull with the horns. You see the dragons. All right. Of course, the color red, the skeleton that's holding the wand. All this is symbolic. Holding the scepter, the dead, you can say that's symbolic of Osiris. You know what I mean? We ain't got to get too deep. All right? See, they trying to shut this shit down, but we gonna keep it going. You know what I mean? You say you struggling to astral travel and lucid dream? Definitely start listening to some death metal. Right? Start listening to some death metal, or if you wanna be more lighter, listen to ASMR. If you wanna awaken your dreams, listen to ASMR before you go to sleep. What's that instrumental? Let me show you the title of this. There you go. There you go. For all those who want a title. But this is what I'm saying. Like this is that alternative rock shit, right? You see all this symbolic shit awakens the chakras, right? This is why they want to keep people away from this shit. But again, getting back to this, why is the 7 of this? Why does this represent failure? Right? Failure to activate the melanin. As somebody said in the comments, sleeping melanin. Failure to activate your melanin will cause complete chaos in your life because it turns on itself. All right, let me play something else. When you are not activating the melanin, it turns on itself because melanin, of course, by nature is chaotic. Melanin by nature is chaotic. So when it's not being activated and stimulated, or when the kundalini is not rising up, it starts to turn on itself. Meaning that's why when people do hard drugs, that's how they get addicted. It's not the drugs, it's the melanin. That's what make people addicted, because the melanin stops producing certain chemicals within the body that need to be produced that are being replaced by the drug. But it's the nature of the melanin that causes the addiction more so than the actual substance itself. It's the nature of the melanin. So it's not the crack. It's not the heroin. You know what I mean? It's not, what else? It's not the coke. It's the interaction it has with the melanin. It's the interaction. It's the chemical reaction these drugs or these substances have on the melanin that makes it does what it do. That's what makes it addictive. Yeah, everybody keeps saying I look like B.O.B. It is what it is. I know everybody look like somebody. Everybody look like somebody, trust me. I feel like that. I can't remember the last time I saw an original person. That shit is weird. Like, everybody I see reminds me of somebody else that I've seen before. So that makes me wonder, why do people look the way they look? Because it could be people that's not even related. Like, how do you resemble somebody that's not related to you? And you may have the same facial features or the same head structure, whatever, like, it's just similarities. Because it's based on the way you think. That's what it is. It's based on the way you think. It's based on the way you think. You know what I mean? So, of course, I'm pretty sure B.O.B. is on this spiritual path right now. B.O.B. talks about the flat earth. B.O.B. is very awakened. So, you know what I mean? But right, we all could be from the same tribe. Or basically people who look alike could be from the same tribe. Even though they may not necessarily be first cousins or second cousins. You may be 10th cousins and 11th cousins. You may be related and don't even know it. But that's just the way this shit is set up. You're not supposed to know what tribe you came from. You're not supposed to know who you related to. But that's as I just showed y'all before, that's the spell. You see the magician waving the wand, everybody thinks everybody is separated, right? Oh, I'm not related to you, I'm not related to you, even though I look just like you, motherfucker. We very well could be related, but that's just the nature of the beast, right? So we already know how the game is being played. We just don't fall victim to this shit. Alright? So let's keep this shit going. So again, I look like a magi. Well, that's what some people say, right? I know I look different. It's based on the perceiver. I'm gonna look different based on who's perceiving me. Just like everybody else is gonna look different based on who's perceiving them. It's all about perception. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said your facial features will change as you increase your wisdom. As you increase in wisdom, your facial structure, all this starts to change. You will not look the same. Everything, your body, everything changes. You know what I mean? You are activating the melanin. I think somebody asked a question. Let me make sure that I got the question. Hold on. So it's the deficient melanin in white folks struggling up to keep them addicted to drugs. It's not just white folks. It's black folk. It's just melanin in general. So it ain't about whether you white or black. It's just the interaction the melanin has with the chemicals that are in the drugs that makes it do what it do. So it don't matter. It's just the interaction of chemicals and melanin. That's what causes addiction. So for all the kids that be sipping the lean and all that, what gets them so addicted is the interaction the lean has on the melanin. It's not the lean itself. It's the interaction or the chemical reaction that's being produced from the lean. Right? Let me say, do I think white people losing their jobs over the N-word is a spell? It's all about spells. There is no such thing as not, or in other words, you can say masonry. I'm making a whole nother video about that actually. I got a whole nother video planned in the chambers talking about masonry. That 322, that skull and bone. So definitely, I got a whole video for that. But definitely everything is spellcraft. Everything is witchcraft. That's why they continue to show you the same imagery over and over again. Why, niggas is fucked up. Black people is stupid, motherfucker. They're not going to show you no positive shit. And if they do show some positive shit, they're going to throw some side shit in there just to keep people on a low vibrational level. So people reflect that, because if all you see is ignorance, you feel like, you know what I mean? Right. It is what it is. You are being put under a spell of ignorance. So most people walking around this motherfucker is under a spell. That's why they can look at you and want to kill you. Your own people will look at you and want to take your life. That ain't fucking natural. Motherfucker look at you and hate you and don't even know you. That's a spell. Trust me. It ain't nothing natural about that. Like, yo, you already hate me, don't even know who I am. Want to take my life, you want to beat somebody up, you want to steal something from them, you want to cause some type of harm to somebody you don't even know. That's spellcraft. You know what I mean? But let's keep going. What's the next card? You know what I mean? This shit is getting pretty hectic, right? And we didn't channel some fucking spirits today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But, we had to do this. Dominicans hate being black. They under a heavy spell. Yo, we around magic every day. Absolutely. We already know what it is. That's why you must cultivate your melanin. You must cultivate your kundalini so that you do not become a victim to this spellcraft. You must do this. That's why I say spirituality is spiritual warfare. We're doing these things not to be cool, not to make money, not to be better than somebody else, but to release our minds from this deadly trap that we're all under. That's why you don't get along with your friends and family no more. It's not that you're becoming better. It's just when you pop that red pill, you become aware of the spell. Like, fuck, everybody's under spells. What the fuck is going on? When you was under the spell too, you didn't notice it. But when your third eye's open, what the fuck? Is this live chat? Is this live chat a spell? This is definitely spellcraft. Yeah, I'm casting spells right now, but these spells don't suppress you. They expand your mind. So yes, you must use spellcraft, but depending on the person, you can use it to heal or kill. It all depends on the energy. So use spellcraft to heal yourself instead of to destroy yourself and everybody around you. That's what it is. So you must tap into your sorcery. Right? Do we think we fighting a war when we sleep? Yes, we fighting a war when we sleep. That's why most people don't remember their dreams. Most people don't remember their dreams. Most people can't astral travel because you go into war mode when you go into the dream world, but if you have no defense, you're getting raped. Trust me, motherfuckers is there. You're being robbed of your dream energy. You're being robbed of your astral energy. So that's what people don't understand. That's why when we work so hard at these jobs, trying to pay this rent, we can do that. But when you go to sleep, it's hard for you to sleep. It's hard for you to dream. It's hard for you to astral travel. Physically, the rent is paid. The kids are fed. Absolutely. You taking care of your responsibilities. Absolutely. But you can't dream. You can't astral travel. You're being robbed of your spiritual energy. So it's not an equal exchange. What you get in return, you get money in return. But what you're giving out is your spiritual energy is being given. I noticed this when I was working the job. I peeped this shit. This shit. Trust me. See this? Let me tell y'all. Okay, I can tell y'all. I guess I can tell y'all now. It's been years. Let me tell y'all how I was behaving at my job. I'm not even going to say the location, but I'll just give y'all an insight. I was like everybody else. I came on the job, and you trying to get paid like everybody else. But I slowly started seeing a bunch of fuckery. You know what I mean? And it was one particular day. That just made me spaz out. You know what I mean? Because I had I don't know if he wasn't the manager. I think he was a supervisor. He was, a melanated supervisor. And the managers, or he had obviously a white supervisor over him. And he wanted me, the melanated supervisor, He wanted me to do something, then the white supervisor wanted me to do something else. So they kind of was going back at it. Like, yo, he needs to do this. No, I want him to do this. He needs to do this. Then, of course, the white man sons the black man, right? I'm the fucking superior. Go off of what, you know what I mean? Then the melanated superior pretty much bowed his head because he wants to keep his fucking job. So he knew I only can go so far, because if I take it too far, my job is going to be in jeopardy and I can't pay my fucking rent. So I end up doing what the white superior told me to do, right? But this shit, it put so much pain in my heart. That shit made me spit. The hip hop spirit was just like, we not having this shit. So I started doing a Birdman hand rub. Like, all right, I got something for you motherfuckers. I started putting graffiti. I started drawing graffiti in secretive places all around the building. I started this graffiti. I just started going crazy. I put all type of alien symbols everywhere. Then people started to notice, like, who the fuck is doing this? Who is the graffiti artist? You know what I mean? The hip hop spirit just came out. Spells. I started casting spells on these motherfuckers. This is, you know what I mean? We ain't got to get too deep into what hip hop really is. But I started acting the fucking spells was coming out of my eyes. I started drawing all type of shit. I would show y'all some symbols. I don't know where they are. I don't have them with me. Of course, I'm out of town. But obviously the energy was so powerful that the fucking manager came and like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I wasn't even there that day. But anyway, everything started to slow down. And I started speaking truth. So one day I told the melanated supervisor, because basically, like, I was working in the back office, not the back office, the back room. So it was my job to basically boxes. I was there to arrange boxes, right? So I would notice every time, I'm like, it's way too many boxes here and not enough space. It was never enough space. So one day I told the supervisor, I'm like, do you realize that we're using our magical energy to create space around this motherfucker? How is it that we have all these fucking boxes with little to no space? But somehow, some way, every day, we magically end up putting all these boxes and compressing this shit and making everything fit. I'm like, how the fuck are we doing this? There's no logical way this shit is happening. I'm speaking to this motherfucker and went right over his head. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's trying to keep his fucking job. I started speaking this shit more and more. Like, do you realize that we're trading our magical energy for this shit? Do you realize they need us? They need the melanated people to do this shit. Of course, we do the hardest jobs because we are the energy of Saturn. Like, they need us to do this shit. It's not because we're necessarily stronger. It's because we utilize our magic naturally and we don't even know it. They couldn't do it. If you told that fucking manager to do my job, he couldn't do it. It's not that I'm any smarter or intelligent. I was, of course, but that's not what it is. It's because this shit is magical. I'm like, So I started speaking about this shit. But the crazy thing is, there was another supervisor. It was him. He was the head supervisor. And of course, you have the managers, so I'm talking about the white managers, but it was him. And under him was another white supervisor, but he was spiritual. This is just the craziest shit. I still don't understand this shit. It was just synchronicity. So it was him. But it was this white supervisor who was in tune with spirituality. So we would have spiritual conversations all throughout the fucking day. He the one who put me up on 432 hertz. The magic of 432 hertz. So I would have the same conversation that we have with each other, I would have with this white supervisor. But he was respectful of the occult. So he understood everything I was saying. And we could have conversations all day. But then the black supervisor, he was more religious. So he didn't really understand. It would go over his head. But I'm having the deepest conversations with this white guy because they already know what the deal is. they already know. He knew about masonry. He knew, but he was only at the job. I came there. Let's just say I came there in October. He was gone by like December, so he was only there 2 months. I was only there like 6 months. So for those first 2 months, I would have conversations with this dude every day. Every day, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is up. Then he's looking at me like, oh, you up on this shit? Oh, fuck, let's talk about this shit. He didn't mind. Like, even though, as long as we doing our job, we'll be having these conversations. Like, we had a connection. So I'm like, So when I was speaking about this metaphysical shit to the melanated supervisor, this shit was because he was so concerned about paying his fucking bills that the truth just didn't fucking matter to him. Like, okay, you may be telling the absolute truth, but I got bills to pay. I got kids to feed. You know what I mean? So let me play some more music. But I peeped that. I'm like, yo, there's no way that this shit is possible. How the fuck are we creating space where there's no space? How the fuck are we creating space when there's no space? This shit is magical. So once I tuned into that, my experience at the job changed. Cause I'm like, yo, this is all I have to do is come in here and utilize my magic, and the job will get done every day. I don't even need to tap into logic. Like, you see a whole bunch of boxes and you see no fucking space. It's like I had to start thinking abstractly. I had to start thinking more in an abstract realm. And every day I was able to make space. Again, it was what it was. But when I tapped into that, again, when I started doing the graffiti, I started drawing the graffiti, it opened up a portal of a, remember, hip-hop breaks down to number 9, the energy of Mars, that warrior spirit. So that shit I created war by opening up these portals all the way to a point where this shit started to fuck with people. They're like, yo, who the fuck is doing this? Of course, I never got caught because I was spiritually protected. Because again, I didn't have malicious intent. That shit was just something in my heart that didn't sit right. I'm like, yo, this shit is like, oh, I see what's really going on. Now, let me show you motherfuckers. So I didn't speak about it. I didn't talk about it. I just started putting in that work. I started utilizing that pen. I started utilizing that brush, opening up portals, and that shit is probably still there to this day. It's like I put this shit in a secret spot. That shit's still probably there. It's still there. I believe it's still there. They never even. It got to a point where they didn't paint over it. They didn't paint over it. That shit is still there. Trust me. Let me see. It said something like free your mind. It was like free your mind with 2 eyes and the flaming pyramids. If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all seen the flaming pyramids. Let me draw this shit real quick. Let me give y'all an example, right? Let's do a little less talking. Let me give y'all an example. So I'm gonna draw. Give me 60 seconds. Let me draw exactly what I put on that wall. Let me draw. It's not gonna look like it, but let me give y'all an example of what type of portals I was opening up. So give me 60 seconds. Let me draw this shit. Let me see if I remember this shit properly. Hold on. Let me give y'all an example. This shit look real demonic. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I got this shit. Oh, y'all gonna like this shit. 1 second. I'm not gonna make it too detailed. I'm just gonna give y'all an example of me opening up these warrior portals, fucking up the whole flow of everything. It got to a point where when some of the supervisors, they was basically saying like, yo, we want this, and this done by the end of the day. And we looking at this chart. It basically got to the point where we had to start manipulating the system because we were being told to perform impossible tasks. So I'm like, oh, they're abusing our magical energy. It would be a whole list of shit to do that was physically impossible to do. It was physically impossible to accomplish all of these tasks, but they wanted that fucking screen cleared by the end of the day. So what we did, we got together. Right? We got together. It's like, we gonna manipulate the system. We gonna start, you know what I mean? Because, of course, we the magicians. Like, okay, we the ones who truly hold the power. If we type some shit in, they not gonna know if it's there or not. Okay. Let's conspire. So we were able to manipulate the system every day, so that screen was fucking clear, even if it didn't reflect, in the actual. Look at this shit. You see, I hope y'all are paying attention. You see this shit? Another Amber Alert? Are you kidding me? Peace to the gods. What the fuck? I'm trying to tell you, see these symbols, trust me, these symbols. Let me continue drawing this shit. What the fuck is going on tonight? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, that shit is hella loud. I don't hear nobody else's phone going off. I don't hear nobody else's phone, trust me. You don't hear nobody else's phone. No, this is just my shit, trust me. This is just my shit. I'm revealing the secrets tonight. Yeah. Real shit. See? That's why I don't have 1 million subscribers. We was fucking the Birdman hand rub. Let me continue drawing this shit though. I'm trying to tell y'all. You see, this shit never happened before, right? I had to come to the South. Come to Satan's playground to reveal this information. Hope y'all listening. You see, as soon as I started flashing these symbols, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. This shit has never happened. Every live stream y'all watch, this shit has never happened. I done did live streams in LA. I done did live streams in New York. Then did live streams in motherfucking Vegas. This shit has never fucking happened before. But when I saw it, I'm showing symbols. I'm giving y'all the shit. So I'm not speaking like, yo, let me show you. Hell yeah. We taking risks. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers that kidnap my ass. So, you better not make another fucking video. But we gonna die for this shit, trust me. If it come to it, we dying for this shit. I'm not even gonna say we. Trust me, I'll die for this shit. That's why we keep going. But, let me see. Alright. It was, okay. Right. Let me continue drawing this shit, though. Alright. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm drawing this shit. So I'm giving y'all real. This is what I actually did. I ain't making this shit up. Trust me, man. So trust me. You know what I mean? We coming. They gonna have to put me to sleep for me to stop. You know what I mean? See, this shit will make you crazy if you ain't built. You ain't built for this shit. Get out the fucking kitchen. It's real shit. Y'all see? Have y'all heard? Again, I'm in a fucking motel, hotel, whatever. The walls are real thing. You don't hear nobody else's phone going on. I ain't heard shit from nobody else. From my shit while I'm live streaming, right? But we know they watching. But we watching too. But we hold the power. That's why we still here, right? But anyway, I'm not gonna make this too complex. I'm gonna draw it a little bigger too. Playing this motherfucking death metal. See, yeah. That's what I mean by being tapped into the spirit of your city. When you tap into the spirit of your city, you can get revelations. You know what I mean? When you tap into that hip-hop spirit, it'll reveal revelations if you're willing to put your life on the line. The same way people go and fight wars in other countries. Your spirituality makes you a warrior if you wanted to. So even when shit like this happen, it don't throw you off your game. Because this is a true reality. This is a true spirituality. So just be prepared for the madness. When you pop that red pill, be prepared for the madness. Trust me. Let me make sure the battery is good. Yeah, we at 40%. What's the title of this video? I done forgot. Oh yeah, how to be a Renaissance seer. This ain't even got nothing to do with the title though, bro. All this other shit been happening. I ain't even speaking about the title no more. I ain't even speaking about the title, but hold on. We're doing almost done. Hold on. Bear with me. All right. All right, here we go. All right. Drawing shit like this. Right. Flaming pyramids. That was a download. Don't ask me where it came from. So if you want to protect yourself, draw pyramids on fire. It's not even fire, it's electricity. So it's not fire, it's electricity. Electric pyramids with the swivel eyes, right? Those comedic eyes. So yeah, just imagine walking into a store seeing all type of shit like this. Who the fuck is doing this? Right in front of the camera. Still never caught me. Not bragging about it. I'm just saying like this shit. I didn't go into the job wanting to be malicious. But when I saw the oppression, that shit just came out of me. That shit, when somebody close to you gets killed and it turns you into a savage, it's that type of shit. When you see injustice, it's a spirit that comes over you. And you know what I mean? You gonna pick up that gun and you gonna start blasting. So my gun was the pen. I picked up that pen and I started opening up portals like, oh, y'all fucking with the wrong person. You know what I mean? So, if y'all wanna be protected, flaming pyramids or electric pyramids, right? With the Egyptian eyes that look like the eyes are in a trance state, right? Let me draw these eyes. Hold on. Let me draw these eyes a little bigger so y'all can see it better. Let me draw these eyes. But I guess this is how to be a Renaissance man or woman. I guess this does kind of tie into the title. I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know. But we just got to go with the flow, right? This is what happened, a lot of people don't do live streams because of shit like this. Everybody try to perfect their videos. They want to make perfect videos so that when shit like this happen, they can edit it out. We ain't editing it out. We ain't gonna edit out none of this shit because it just makes it real. Like, yo, you see? This is what really be going on. There's no such thing as a perfect video. Do the spirals have a specific meaning? Absolutely. That's the spirals because there are no straight lines in the fucking universe. There are no straight lines in the universe. That's masonry. Somebody asked me about masonry. What do you think about masons? Masons are the creators of the straight line or the right angle. There are no such things as straight lines. Straight lines are a fabrication. It's an illusion. The universe creates in spirals. Everything comes in spirals. Everything, the universe is spirals. There is no such thing as straight lines. The universe does not create straight lines. But that's at 322. Tap into that 322. Exactly. Hold on. That's what the spiral represents. It represents the natural essence of reality. Trust me. Yeah, this is still Nox Arcana. Yeah. I don't know if the music is giving this shit a sinister vibe, or I don't know. But we gonna keep going with the flow. All right, here we go. So you got the eyes in a trance state, then you got the spirals of the universe, then you got the electricity coming from the third eye, which will be the flaming pyramid. All right. What more do I need to say, goddammit? I mean, if this video don't show you this shit is real, I don't think nothing will. Alright? I don't think nothing will. What value do Masons serve? They are illusionists. They keep people confused with straight lines, right? Whenever you see straight lines, it's Masonry. Real shit. That's what makes the purpose Mason serves, is to keep the people in confusion, right? That's what Masonry is. Let's just be real. But like I said, I got a whole video. on that shit. Yeah, like I done been through some shit. You know what I mean? There's just certain things that I may not even talk about. You know what I mean? Let me see. A line is a scientific symbol. Exactly. It's nothing to do with the natural manifestation of the universe. A straight line is a fabrication, right? A linear line is a fabrication, right? I got a whole thing on this. See, I was want to talk about this shit before, but so I still got the notes. Maybe I should talk about it now. I could. Let me just show y'all. I can show y'all some notes. But we already had an hour. I just saw the 11:11. As soon as I looked at the clock, it was a 1:11:11. As soon as I looked at it. But anyway, we can end it there. We can end it there. What else do we need to say? You can hear the high-pitched vibrations. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Definitely tap into the third eye. So I guess I had to come to the land of Atlantis for y'all to see the real shit. You know what I mean? The land of Satan, or so-called Satan, right? So we're gonna end it here. I think I showed y'all enough. You saw this interference. Like, really, what the fuck? What song is this? This is Nox Arcana Ancient Flame. Yeah, so peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace to the earths. You know what I mean? Peace to everybody who is consciously aware of what's going on and who can navigate around the illusion and the deception. The art of war. We talked about that in the last video, or the video before the last video, the art of war. You already know it's the art of war. You want to see the name? I'll show this one more time. It's a whole album. Just type that shit on YouTube. It's a whole album. So just type in Nox Arcana, Legion of Shadows. Nox Arcana, Legion of Shadows. They got mad albums. They got 10, 12, 15, 20 albums of just straight instrumentals. I may just be playing these instrumentals from now on. So, see, this is sparking up a new thought. I may just start playing some Nox Arcana instrumentals around this bitch. Because obviously this shit is opening up portals. This is opening up motherfucking portals. Trust me. You know what I mean? So, need I say more? You know what I mean? So, y'all have any questions? Y'all don't have no questions, we can get the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? I think I didn't show y'all more than enough. You know what I mean? Get them symbols on point. You like the instrumentals? Alright. Okay. Alright. You know what I mean? I'll start playing more Nox Arcana. I have no problem with that. No problem with that. Trust me. No, trust me. Peace. Peace. Peace, student, teacher. Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. So yeah, definitely, you know what I mean? I'll be seeing a couple of y'all motherfuckers tomorrow. You know what I mean? Whoever can make it out, I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. And trust me, we got a lot to talk about anyway. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh yeah, we're gonna be safe. We're gonna keep the spirits intact. We're gonna always be doing that Birdman hand rub. Birdman hand rub, right? So, y'all take it easy out there. Definitely. I'm not even gonna say stay safe. Stay fucking destructive in your mind. Tear down this fucking reality. Don't try to build the fucking matrix up. Tear this shit down. I appreciate that. I see you. Nice jacket. Thank you so much. Tear this motherfucking universe down. Not the universe. The earth. Not the universe. The universe is cool. But the earth, this illusion, this matrix. Destroy the fucking matrix. Right? Yeah, fucking yeah, savage mode. You know what I mean? So I don't need to say no more. What time is it? Hold on. It's about to be 1 a.m. I may make another fucking video. I'm just in the mood now. I'm not even ready to end the video, but we can talk about something else. I'll be back in maybe, give me like 15 minutes. I know, people gotta do other shit. I may make another fucking video. And I may make another one after that shit. No, I don't even have no weed, you know what I mean? I don't even have no weed. But, you know what I mean? If y'all definitely 6 a.m. in London, shout out to London. You know what I mean? Y'all wanna see me roll up, definitely hit up the PayPal. You know what I mean? I'll get me some. If y'all wanna see it, I'll get me some, trust me. But we're gonna take care of business first. We're gonna take care of business, then we're gonna tap in. Indoor, outdoor, definitely indoor. You know what I mean? Indoor all day. We gotta have the grade A, we gotta have the top shelf. You know what I mean? So I definitely gotta try some herb. Make another one, yeah. What y'all want me to talk about? I'll make another one. What y'all want me to talk about? Throw a topic out. You know what I mean? Throw a topic out. We can talk about anything. You gonna roll one for me? I appreciate it. Definitely roll up for me. For all my. If y'all got it, roll it up for me. Roll it up for me. You know what I mean? Definitely send me that energy. I'm definitely gonna need the energy for tomorrow. So definitely send me that energy if you got it. You know what I mean? So what y'all want me to talk about? So before we get off this video, throw out a topic. Or fuck it. Or I can just say random. No, alright, I'm just gonna say random topic. The next video is gonna be titled random topic, and I just title it after this shit. Alright? So the next video is gonna be random topic. Once we finish the video, I'm gonna put the actual topic in the parentheses or whatever. So I'll be back, y'all. Give me a little. I'm gonna make sure that I can charge the phone up and everything. We gonna be right back in this bitch. It ain't no going to sleep around here. It ain't no going to sleep. This energy has got me all charged up. Exactly, the Necronomicon. You already know we fuck heavy with the Necronomicon. Y'all think I'm lying? Hold on, where's my wallet? Give me 1 second. There we go. Motherfucker talking about the Necronomicon. Right? Real shit, right? Exactly. You got platinum butter or Buddha? Yeah, definitely. If I come to y'all city, y'all definitely hook me up with the herb. Trust me. You know what I mean? The least you motherfuckers can do. The least y'all can do. You know what I mean? Smoke that shit for me or smoking with me. You know what I mean? And it'll be all good. So shout out to everybody. Exactly. You know what I mean? So peace to everybody. I'm gonna be right back at y'all. If y'all can tune in, I'll see y'all in a minute. Or you know what I mean? I'll see y'all later on whenever we pop back up. So I'm gonna be right back at y'all. People saying sigil magic. So okay. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be random title. So let me end this video. I'll be right back at y'all. Peace, hotep, chaos, destruction, madness, hunger, destruction. Just demonic possession. Rahu, the number 4. You know what I mean? True spiritual protection, the energy of Saturn, 888, 444. 100. We out this bitch.